Aries, welcome or welcome back. Let's see what your mid-month energy is. I want to just get a recap of what's going on. So we have the crowning, initiation, thresholds, birth, rebirth, a seat at the table. And then we also have Mother Rose, returning to each other, compassion, and humanity. At the bottom of the deck, we have Health, sureness of the soil, unseen, help, support, and community. At this time, I do see here that you're giving back more into your energetic side, where you are being fulfilled, being back with people, family, in your workplace, energetic vibes, like you're going out more is what I'm getting, or you will be, but it's a lot where it has to do like in the public eye is what I'm seeing. So take that as it resonates, and it could be venturing out, because I'm looking here at your thumbnail, and I do see here that they're on a horse, so you could be venturing out, like traveling. There could be a place that you wanted to go, justice. So when it comes out here, when you are thinking more along the lines of venturing out, you could be seeking out with what's right for you, maybe a truth or a balance in things. Libra energy. Let's get some more tarot out here. Closing out energetic cycles. When it comes to here, there's a completion, right, or achievement of a new cycle, and it could be that emotional, the love. It also could be an energetic vibe. Like I said, a lot of emotional fulfillment that's going on. Aquarius energy with the star. So these are big things that are coming about in the middle of the month. I do see here when you are coming into truth and balance into your life. This is when you're noticing, hey, I've closed out the cycle. I'm looking at what else that can be, more helpful for me, right? What else can I do when I'm going to come into the alignment of having this like hope. It's a feeling of renewal, right? Having faith on a certain situation is what I'm seeing. Get some more tarot. Thank you. When I see this also coming about, it's that inner growth, right? Your thoughts, or more of a mind and aspect. It could be you're having a different turn of events, or you're seeing something more of a limelight. It could be even inner thoughts, right? I also do see here that's that decision or the truth that you see into something, because when you're having that kind of aha moment, it's kind of like you were holding back, and it's, you don't give your energy as much as you did before. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Seven of Pentacles. So when it comes to that notion, when it's giving you the opportunity, or when you're giving yourself that grace to give yourself the opportunity to kind of rewrite the situation, or have a certain turn of events coming about, it's what is it that you're being called to more stabilize your aspects, right? When it's with your mind, that inner growth and that achievement, and having more patience with yourself, and making those decisions, and you ask yourself, what am I thinking, or what truth do I need to see? And when you're coming around with your family, your friends, or your workplace, it could be you may not be taking in a lot of the energy that you did before. You may not be in the communication kind of like energy that you had. So this is giving me like healing era. I also do see here where you're taking a step back, but it's something more tangible that you're looking forward to. It's more money, career, your health, resources, something that you can see more into the 3D. You also want to ask yourself during this time, what do I have versus what do I need to build to grow? So it's kind of like that aha moment that's coming in. Let's see. I want to see what advice you may need. Let's see. I have my romance oracles. I don't think it's going to be about love. It's more about like inner self. Um, yeah. What advice can we give for Aries for mid-month energy messages? Cancer, Cancerian energy. When it comes to you moving towards a destination, be sure about it. You also want to make sure that you're contemplating, right? You know the routes. It's kind of like when you're at a crossroads, you put everything into like a practical matter and you're being more logical about it. I do see, rather than being just like gung-ho. Let's go ahead and get some more. Take baby steps, little steps. Watch your steps or see where you may have opportunities to go a different direction, or see the patterns and watch the patterns that you took before, so you won't have to retake those patterns. And it's kind of like when the wheel is turning, you want it to be falling into your favor and you're growing out of certain patterns so you won't redo a cycle, right? Even if it's like in a different environment, even if it's like a different kind of like a person, if you haven't, you know, done the work, you know, gone into the inner work, face your shadow self with that certain situation, issue, at a certain place or time, then of course it's going to be coming out again. And then there's going to be that, again, the lesson that it's going to be learned or have an opportunity to learn again. So we have A for Sesmitoralicial, yours or theirs. This is just confirmation. And we have Libra. So looking at the balance of things, right? Having hope and having faith into what is right and what is yours, and seeing different aspects of a situation, basically seeing it on both spectrums. If I go this route, then I'm going to go, you know, this is going to be the circumstances. If I go this route, then those are going to be the circumstances. We also have envy. So this is not necessarily saying that you are having like envious energy, but I do see here, try to do your best to just focus on yourself instead of kind of having discernment. But I also see, you know, not criticizing yourself, so what you may not have, what you're missing. And also, what is the word? Comparing yourself to other situations, because everybody's situation is unique. You know, you're the only person that may have this situation going on, or this type of concern or issue. And, you know, you can take in the words or advice and anything that from an outsider's perspective, but at the end of the day, it's going to be you who has to make those decisions. It's going to be you who's going to live with that type of, let's say, like burden, or you're going to take on the series of events that's going to be happening because of the decision that you're making. I want to go ahead and close out your reading with some messages. I know this is super short, but I wanted to keep it this way just because it's just a message. I don't see that it's trending a lot with you guys on here, so I'm gonna keep it as short and simple. I do see pick a cards are better of what you'd like, but if I do see here that there's gonna be more views on, you know, the zodiac signs, like in the beginning, middle, and like end of the month, messages for each zodiac sign individually, then I'll go ahead and start investing into that. But for now, these are just reminders that I want to give you, angel numbers. So you may be seeing a lot of synchronicities about and having those aha moments, especially when you're contemplating, and right around the cycles when they're closing out, right? Bringing that emotional fulfillment. So yeah, see, it's not ignoring all the gossip. Remember, like at this time, you listen to yourself, focus in and hone in. It could be, you know, you're romantically involved with somebody and they're giving you a lot of advice, and that's great. That's awesome. The communication's always going to be good. However, you know, you take it with a grain of salt, right? If it doesn't fit, then don't make it try to fit. You know, thank the person, thank your person, and be like, you know, I I really thank you. And I will take that under consideration instead of just like defeating the purpose entirely and then just closing them off, you know, and telling them, well, that's not for me. Do you get what I'm saying? Especially if you're with somebody romantically, you want to have that type of vulnerability with your person. So this is giving pink energy, right? One of these may be your favorite color. But in this case, when it comes to the pink theory, remember that it's like lush, lovable, like soft, healing. You know, it's giving kind of like giving yourself or allowing yourself to receive. So not only to receive like spiritual downloads, but receive a lot of gifts, pampering during this time, because it could be that you were just giving yourself that trajectory of being in motion is what I'm getting. A lot of movement. And we did have the chariot energy out here. I want to get one I want to get one more out here for you, Spirit. I want to get one more. There we go. Maybe. So if you had a question, that is a maybe. If you've been contemplating while the situation is happening, it's a maybe. There's a lot of transitional like forefront coming out here for you, Aries, and I love this going for you because of your passion, because of your action, you're always so goal oriented. It's time to give yourself the benefit of the doubt and be like, okay, I'm gonna hold it down a little bit so I can, you know, rest and relax and still let whatever I'm going forward with or what I'm destined to go with, like the outcome, let it come to me energetically, as long as you're open to that. So yeah, that has been your reading. If you made it this far, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I will see you in the next one. Bye.